Okay.
She put, do you know him because he was a scammer?
So again, let's assume it was illegal. Stop talking and answer my questions. Do you have any proof it was her that posted those mugshots? Bartholomew, you won't even get to damages until you can prove that she breached a duty. And right now, you've got zero proof.
Yeah, I'm so sorry.
Well, I don't know how else to explain it, ma'am. That's not a bunch of legalese. So I'll just take that as no objection. So I'll admit him. So, all right, this is a motion for summary judgment. Raise your right hand. I take it you're opposing it.
Yep.
Do you affirm and paints abilities of perjury testimony you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yeah.
Tell me your name.
Christina Johnson.
All right, Ms. Johnson, what do you want to tell me about this lawsuit?
The lady that started this whole thing was
What's her name?
It's TORIC.
All right, and how do you know her?
She put it up on dutchhound.com. It was on Facebook.
Okay.
She put, do you know him because he was a scammer?
Mr. Blunt?
Yes, Mr. Blunt. Sorry.
So give me some background about this Facebook page. Is that what it is?
It was a Facebook page.
All right, and who's on this Facebook page?
It's just people that were selling their dogs.
What kind of dogs?
Dutch hounds.
Dachshunds?
Yeah, dachshunds. Yeah.
All right, Dachshunds is Indiana.
Yeah.
People say, or Dachshund if we're German, right? All right, so the wiener dogs.
Yes, wiener dogs.
All right. All right, so you buy and sell wiener dogs yourself?
Look for another puppy because I had dogs and I wanted to look for another puppy, so that's why I was on there.
Okay.
And she posted his picture online in that group and said, you know who he is? He was scamming us.
Okay.
And whenever she said that, I said, yes, I do know him. I know him as Kyle Ward.
Okay.
So,
and how did you know him as Kyle Ward?
Because my kids know him from school and from around town.
So when he was a school age, you knew Bartholomew Blunt as Kyle Ward?
Yes.
Okay.
Sorry.
All right. Okay. All right. And then what else did you post on there?
I didn't post anything else. I just gave her the information in private chat.
Okay. And what did you give her?
I just said his name is Kyle Ward, and I know him as Kyle Ward. I only spoke to him a couple of times online.
Okay.
Because he got in a fight before. Okay. And whenever I said that, I also said that when I gave her all the information, she said, well, do you know anything else? And I said, not really.
Okay.
But his name was Ryan, and then she started looking for his mug shots. I didn't ever get any mug shots or anything of him.
Okay. And so what? Then what happened?
Herself to get on the page and blast him. I guess I don't know. Me and her didn't have any more conversations after that.
So I'm looking at, as part of his documents that he submitted. This is on Plaintiff's Exhibit 1, which appears to be, I'm going to have to label them because they're not labeled. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Five, 6, 7, 28. All right, it's 28 pages. I've labeled them with a circle on the right-hand side with the number. That's how I've labeled it. All right. On page focus it here. Page 10, it says, hello, I wanted to tell you the guy with the purple hair, his name is Kyle Ward, been in all kinds of trouble. Is that your statement?
Yes.
Okay. And so you said you can look him up. My cases almost always lived here in Shelbyville. If you need to know, just look me up, correct?
Correct.
All right. Okay. And then that was on February 16th of what year? What year? 2025. So is that about right? February 16th of last year? Okay. All right. And then is this part of the same message as well here?
Yeah.
I'm asking her.
Yes, it is.
All right. And so then you said Ryan is the middle name. I guess he had his record sealed and he did change his name.
Yes, that whenever after I told her everything that I told her, there's like no backing up.
All right. So, but I mean, you said looking him up on my case, and then how much time elapsed between the time you said you can look him up on my case?
That's the first thing I said.
And then when did you say, I guess he had his record sealed?
It was after that.
And how much time elapsed between those?
Same day.
Same day.
Same
Okay. So you did not gather any additional information.
No.
So how did you know his record was sealed?
Because whenever we started looking it up together, I realized it was sealed.
Because you couldn't find it?
Yeah.
So the absence of his record made you think it was sealed?
Right.
Okay.
I didn't know if it was for sure. I just said it probably was. Yeah.
So nobody gave you explicit notice? Okay. And that basically, Bartholomew, that's a nutshell of what you're mad at her about, basically. Is that correct?
No.
Well, who is Aaliyah? Who is Aaliyah?
Aaliyah was that case that we dismissed.
All right. So what else did she say that is actionable? Because that's what you included. So what else did she say is actionable?
The reason she knows me and knows who I am because her son, Lance Hazelwood, who's a offender on the registry, when we were at a place called Warrenly, and I've been very vocal about it over the years.
Okay, that has nothing to do with the fact that you're alleging that she disclosed your expunged record.
She did.
I agree. Well, she did. She said that you have a history. So that's what you.
That I was sealed. The history was sealed.
Well, she's guessing that, and that was an accurate guess. So you're asking me to award damages based upon that, right? Is that what you're asking me to award damages based upon that?
Not all. I was blacklisted from groups over it because of her divulging that information about me being in all kinds of trouble over the years.
You have been, right?
It's all expunged.
I understand that. That's what you're saying. That's what I've got to cite as a legal fashion. You have been in trouble over all kinds of trouble over the years. Isn't that accurate? Yes, right. And you got that expunged. That's correct, right? Okay. All right. So
there was a post that got made with all of those mugshots.
Who made that post?
An anonymous poster.
So you have no proof it was her?
It was.
Do you have any proof it was her?
Oh, that it was Aaliyah. But
so again, let's assume it was Aaliyah. Stop talking and answer my questions. Do you have any proof it was her that posted those mugshots?
No.
Okay.
Just divulged the information to allow the mugshots to be pulled up.
All right. Anything else? So what I've got in front of me is that I've got her making a statement that said he's been in all kinds of trouble. Look him up on my case, and disclosing your prior name and also that your record was sealed. That's what we've got, correct? That this person did.
And those things. It's on personal emotional distress part of it.
By disclosing those three things. Prior name, prior history, and that it was sealed. So it's the same actions that resulted in your allegation of intentional infliction of emotional distress, correct?
She was calling me a scammer. She referred to me in formal court responses that I was a scammer. I've never scammed nobody. And the whole reason she jumped...
Stop. You're alleging that in her response to this lawsuit, she called you a scammer?
Pretty positive.
Can you point to me where in her response she called you a scammer?
And her, you have it?
Well, I've got it. You tell me where.
This one she did. I do suffer from a little short-term memory problem.
Okay.
But she also admitted, and like, she didn't, the whole intentional infliction of emotional distress is because, like, if you read my witness statements from my uncle and my cousin Monica, it brought back up a lot of trauma because of her targeting.
It may have, but stop. It may have done that, but we don't get, you're talking about damages, Bartholomew. You don't even get to damages until you can prove that she breached a duty. And right now you've got zero proof that she has breached any kind of a duty other than the three things that you've alleged.
In her response, she also adds that she had no knowledge of the record even being sealed prior to being served the lawsuit by the court.
Okay, well.
Yeah, in those messages that we already have, she said that my record was sealed to Tara. Those were messages.
And she explained to me today how she came up with that message, that knowledge, is because it was a guess, because she knew it was there to get go. It was not there when she looked, and she presumed it had been sealed. Do you have any evidence that she had been served? Because I looked at it. I didn't see any evidence that she was served with my finding an order granting petition for expungement of records. She is not listed on the distribution list. It was to go to the, in fact, the law enforcement agencies was blank. It was the Indiana State Police. It shall be under paragraph 1 on page 2. It says, all information, or paragraph B, subsection B, all information to maintain shall be removed by the following agencies: Indiana State Police, Shelby County Sheriff's Department, Shelbyville Police Department. It says nothing about a private citizen. And distribution was to Kyle Ward, State Police, BMV, Department of Correction, Office of the Attorney General. And I see nothing about Christina Johnson being served with notice of this.
She said in the court filing that, I can't remember how she worded it, but before, she said she had no knowledge of my record being even sealed prior to court papers or whatever being served to her. So I figured she got the expungement notice there or whatever, but the fact of the matter is she did know that she couldn't find my records when she tried to search for them.
Yeah.
He sent it to the wrong address.
He sent what to the wrong address?
That summons.
I didn't send the summons to 60. I dropped off the complaint and everything.
All right. So I think I've got enough evidence. I'm going to issue a ruling. I'm going to take it under advisement. So is there anything else you want to tell me, ma'am?
Just like he's suing 5 other people besides he on the same thing.
I understand that.
Yeah.
I understand that. You're not responsible for their actions. You're only responsible for your own actions, man. Right. So, all right, I will take it under advisement. I'll let the parties know my ruling. Okay.
Thank you.
Is this the only hearing you have today, Mr. Blunt?
Yeah.
All right. On your other case, I denied your request for fee waiver on against Tina Watt. So if you want to file it, you have to pay the entire court costs on that. I'm giving that back to you. And against Jeremy Good, you need to pay at least $50 of your court costs. And then I've written that on there as well. So if you pay $50 towards your court costs, and that, I will allow you to file that case.
But I can't file this one.
You cannot file that one without full court cost payments. Okay. All right.
Your Honor.
Thank you, ma'am. That will conclude your hearing.